What's up, you guys? Thanks so much for tuning in today's video. So in front of me I have an array of fragrances. Some I've acquired within the last couple of months, I would say. I have two new fragrances from Dossier that we're going to get into, and then I'm going to get into the fragrances that I purchased myself. Big shout out to Dossier for sending over these two fragrances that I'm about to try out. I haven't used them as of yet. Now the two fragrances that I have from Dossier today are both inspired from the Chanel fragrance line. I actually have a sample of one that I got in one of my Sephora orders, so I'm going to try that one first. So this is Dossier's Floral Lang Lang. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos where I featured Dossier, they are an affordable fragrance brand which creates designer-inspired fragrances. This is how the package comes. It's iconic scents, designer quality with no markups. So they're able to offer you similar scents, but just at a more affordable price. And you know, I love affordable here on my channel. So this first one here is Floral Lang Lang. And I'll probably do close-ups because I am shooting in 4K. Watch this on good quality, y'all. So I am shooting in 4K. And when I do shoot in 4K, I have problems when it comes to actually zooming in and everything. But this is what the bottle looks like. All the Dossier bottles look the same. I love the minimalistic packaging that they have. I love the fact that their top is magnetic. On the bottle itself, it does give you the top, middle, and base notes of the fragrance. So for Floral Lang Lang, the top notes is lily, grapefruit, and blackberry. The middle notes is... Yeah, so I'm sitting here editing this video. First of all, it's annoying me that I keep saying is instead of are. I know how to talk, guys. It's the top notes are, the base notes are. I don't know why I'm saying is. It's annoying me. But also, I want to make note that I said all the packaging is the same. I know recently my homegirl, Niecy W Beauty, she's discussed the different coloring of each of the scents themselves, like the scent names. They come in different colors. I haven't noticed too much differences, but maybe because I'm ordering all female scents. No, actually, I have one with yellow writing, so she breaks it down. I don't know too much in depth about that, so I'm going to link her video down below. But yeah, just wanted to make those two notes. Now back to the video. Enjoy, guys. Lang Lang, tuberose, and jasmine, and the base notes is musk, orange blossom, and orris. Sorry, orris, O-R-R-I-S. Contacts, guys. But yeah, so this is the Floral Lang Lang. And I do like scents with that have that Lang Lang kind of scent. I have fragrance on right now, so what I'm gonna do is actually spray the card here. But from reading the notes automatically, oh, I don't know, did y'all see that spray? That's another thing about, oh, that smells good. All right, but that's another thing about the Dossier fragrances. Like, they're mist, everything to me, so absolutely love that. Off the jump, I smell it. It smells really good. It smells classy and sophisticated and kind of like, I don't want to say old lady, but it smells like a woman that's got her shit together. Like, this smells like I would wear this like if I was going to maybe like an interview. Well, I gotta see how it dries down because it may be a little bit overpowering right now. And remember, I am spraying it on the card, not my skin. But it is a very potent fragrance. Now, as I was telling you in the beginning, I do have a sample vial of the Chanel Gabrielle EDP. This scent is inspired by the EDP, which is Eau de Parfum. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this on the opposite side and see if it smells similar. You know what's funny? And I'm not saying this just because Dossier sent it, but I don't know. Go back to any of my previous Dossier videos, but whenever I do these comparisons that show the real fragrance to the Dossier fragrance, for some reason, I end up liking the Dossier fragrance a little bit better. It smells similar. I definitely get the similarities in the two. But the Dossier one that I sprayed first, I don't know, it's just a little bit more milder and not as potent. I don't want to say not as potent because you may think that it's not going to perform good. It is very good performing. I definitely smell it. Okay, on the dry down it's getting more similar though. Definitely on the dry down it's getting more similar. But these notes, I can definitely see this being a good fall fragrance for me. So again, this is the Floral Lang Lang and it's inspired by the Chanel Gabrielle EDP. So I'm excited to actually put that into my fall fragrance rotation. So the next fragrance that I have from Dossier is Woody Hyacinth. The top notes of this one is hyacinth, lemon, pineapple. The middle notes is jasmine, pink pepper, and patchouli. And the base notes is vanilla, vetiver, and orris. First of all, I'm really excited to see how this one is gonna smell, because just those notes alone, those are notes that I actually go for. Like that lemon definitely smells clean, but the jasmine, the pink pepper, the patchouli, I'm not so much of a vanilla person, but it is in the base notes, so I can sometimes tolerate it when it's like at the dry down. So let's go ahead and spray this one and see how this is smelling. That mist, y'all. That mist. Oh yeah, so this one is a little bit more deep and sensual in a way. Like, I can see how it says it's that woody hyacinth, because it's a little bit more deeper, and this will be good for nighttime if you ask me. Now, I thought I had a sample of this fragrance, the original fragrance from Chanel, but this one is the Chanel Chance Altandro, where this one is just inspired by the Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum. Now, I have smelled this EDP. I've definitely smelled the Chanel Chance EDP. I've had a bottle of it way back in the days. I don't know if they've reformulated it ever since that I've had it, but it does smell similar. This one smells like it can also be like a kind of unisex kind of scent. Like, this would be a good date night scent if you ask me. So Chanel Chance, definitely a classics fragrance. I have 2 Chanel inspired fragrances here for like what, less than 50-60 bucks. Like, you can't go wrong with Dossier. Them little metal tops down there sticking out, those are all my Dossier fragrances that I have been using and have been loving. So I'm excited to add 2 more fragrances to my collection, and these are going to be perfect for fall. Big shout out to Dossier for sending these fragrances over for me to test out and share with you guys. Now we're gonna move on to some of the fragrances that I've purchased in the recent weeks, and I wanted to share that with you. I'll definitely be incorporating these scents into my fall fragrances as well. So I'm gonna start off with this. This is a travel spray that I purchased. This is the Coach Dream Sunset, and this is the Eau de Parfum. I'm pretty sure my lighting is probably washing it out anyway, but this packaging, guys, is everything. I don't know, can y'all see that? Oh yeah, you can see the ombre of the sunset. I just think that is so pretty, because like most travel sprays, they look like really plain and just like you just see the liquid through it. These are two that I picked from my bag. First of all, I was really happy to go through one of my fall bags and find the Jimmy Choo I Want You fragrance. I think I tried it one time, put it in my bag, and it's been in that bag ever since. So I'm really happy to have that back in my rotation. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna smell that on camera as well, because it was new as of last year. I purchased that Jimmy Choo fragrance maybe towards the end of fall or winter at some time. I know I purchased it not too long after it came out, so I'm gonna probably incorporate that into my fall fragrances as well. We're gonna get into that, but first I want to talk about this Coach Sunset. You can probably see in the liquid, I've definitely used this a couple of times, and I really like this, guys. This smells good. It's actually, it might be worthy of a full-size bottle. So you may have seen my recent Ulta haul where I picked up this fragrance, and I just pulled up on the app the notes and everything so I can explain it to you guys. It says the Coach Dream Sunset Eau de Parfum is inspired by free-spirited adventures with the sunset on the horizon. The fragrance family is a floral gourmand. The scent type is a woody floral. The key notes is pear, jasmine, and tonka bean. I always tell you guys I am a huge fan of pear scents, and then jasmine as well, so this is right up my alley. Those are just scents that mesh so well with my body. And even though sunset, I was thinking that it was gonna be more of like a summertime scent, but I can so see me wearing this in the fall. Again, I'm kind of considering buying a bottle. They have a 1.3 fluid ounce bottle for $62. They have a 2 ounce bottle for $82. And then the 3 ounce bottle is $102. So Coach scents are not so expensive. As I told you in the haul that I did, don't sleep on the Coach scents, because they scent are really good. And I've worn this a couple of times, as you can see from the usage of the bottle. I have worn this a couple of times, and I've definitely been enjoying this one, and I can so see me wearing it throughout the fall. Let's just go ahead and touch base on that Jimmy Choo I Want You. It wasn't a part of my original plan, but I am going to include this one because I can definitely see this being a fall fragrance for me as well. So a little bit about this fragrance. It says the Jimmy Choo I Want You Eau de Parfum Travel Spray is a sparkling floral warm and spicy fragrance infused with velvet peach and vanilla that gives way to a floral inflection of jasmine and red spider lily. The fragrance family is a floral. The scent type is a floral warm and spicy. Top notes include mandarin juice and velvet peach. The middle notes include red spider lily and jasmine. And the base notes has vanilla. So let me go ahead and smell that. Yeah, I can definitely get the spiciness of this fragrance. This would definitely be a good daytime fragrance for me to wear to work. It wouldn't be too overpowering or overbearing for some people. Like, I think it would be really good in these cooler months as well. And I'm so happy that I found it in my bag. So this is definitely going to be added to my fall fragrance repertoire for 2021. The next fragrance I have here is the Lancome Idole or Idole, I don't know how you say it, but this is the Lancome Idole Aura. This is a flanker of the Lancome Idole fragrances. I do have the original fragrance, and then I also do have the intense version, which I have been wearing those as well. And then I went ahead and I wanted to try this out. Let's keep the collection going. So when you open up Lancome's package, and you can see the little rose there, which is their little logo. Love that. And then this packaging, let me grab the other two. So here are all three of the fragrances from the Lancome Idole line. The original fragrance is just that plain see-through packaging with like that light pink juice there. Then you move on to the intense version, with which the back of it has that rose gold. You can't see all the way through the packaging like you can on the original. And then now the Aura has like a little cloudy background here. It's like a square here. It's a little cloudy, but so you can still kind of see through it, but it just has like that solid cloudy piece here in the back. So that's how you can tell the difference between them. And then also Aura is just a little bit more pink juiced as well, where the intense has that deep, like that deep juice. And I don't know, can y'all see how much of intense I've used? I always am a fan of intense fragrances, so that's the one that I tend to reach for. Now that we have Aura, let's go ahead and smell that. I have, well, you can clearly see that I've definitely worn this fragrance as well. I like to wear my fragrances a little bit just so I can come on camera and share with you guys like my experiences and my thoughts on the fragrances. Now for Aura, I didn't find that it lasted so long. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and read the information on this fragrance for you guys. So this is in the floral fragrance family. The key notes, the top notes is essence of Esparta and Centifolia roses. I don't really get so much rose. It's actually, I can get the rose now that they said it, but it's not like a overbearing floral note rose, if that makes any sense. The middle notes is white jasmine and bergamot, and then the base has that salted vanilla. I get more of the jasmine and that salted vanilla. I definitely pick that up in here. So for Aura, this is like a nice daytime kind of scent. Again, another one of those that I find to be work appropriate. You can definitely wear this to work and it's not too overbearing. It's like a soft sweetness to this fragrance, and I've been enjoying it. Like I said, you can see the juice. You see I've definitely been wearing it, and so far I've been enjoying it. So this is definitely going to be a part of my full fragrance repertoire. I'll be wearing this for fall 2021 as well. Two more fragrances I want to talk about, and they are both intense versions. One is one that I don't have the original, but I do have the original in what do you call these, samples. So the fragrance that I'm talking about here is the Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense. This one, I have an interesting story about this because I smelled this. As a matter of fact, I think the day that I went into Ulta to pick up this fragrance, I went ahead and sprayed the Perfect Intense on a tester strip. It smelled so good to me, so I just knew that was gonna be my next fragrance. So when I actually wore this fragrance, I sprayed it in the air. I always tell you these stories that babe comes home from the gym and I'm already getting dressed for work if I'm going to work or whatever. So when I sprayed this, he did not like this scent at all. He was like, what is that smell? Oh my God. Like his face was turned up. We're Scorpios, we're very like we can't hide anything, you know what I mean? So if we're feeling a way, we smell something, you'll see it all up in my face. So he was not a fan of this at all. But the dry down, he did enjoy. He's, you know, after, you know, all that dissipated and everything, you know, you get used to the air that you're breathing in. But when he smelled it on me, per se, it did smell good. So this one is a little weird. After his initial reaction, I was like, oh shit, do I have to return this? Like, I was literally ready to return it. Now, comparing this to the last fragrance that I did return, which is the Ariana Grande God Is a Woman, that fragrance, it was different. Because when I sprayed that fragrance on myself, it was like this one lingering thing about that fragrance that I just did not like. I did not like that. It did not mesh good with my, it didn't mesh well with my body chemistry, and I just wasn't with that. This one, initially when I spray it, I get that kind of, I don't want to say a similar scent, but there was something that just wasn't clicking for me. It was just like a nagging smell. But this on the skin smells really, really good. So I'm kind of still on the fence about this. Like you can see, I haven't used too much of the scent. When it came to the original Marc Jacobs Perfect, I've already used up one of the samples, and I said I'm gonna try. I'm still trying to play around with that other sample and see like what is it about that fragrance that I really don't like. And it's not so much that I don't like it. I'm trying to spray the original here. It's not so much that I don't like the Marc Jacobs Perfect. It just was nothing special to me. So damn, smelling it now, it smells good. Do I need to take this back and get the original? Guys, let me know. You have the Marc Jacobs Perfect fragrances. Have you tried the original or have you tried the Intense? Let me know which one you prefer, because as I'm spraying that original one now, I'm kind of liking that one. This one, this has, I think it's that almond note in here that I'm just not enjoying. Let me go ahead and pull this up on the Upto website so I can like share with you guys what they say about it. Okay, so it says the Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense Eau de Perfume opens up with notes of bright daffodil and night blooming jasmine. Golden roasted almonds blend with sandalwood for a warm finish, rich and full of texture. Perfect Intense is a precious yet playful scent for women. So the fragrance family, they say this is Floriental Woody. Scent type is wood. The scent type is a warm floral. Top notes is those roasted almonds, pink pepper, and pample zest. I've never even heard of that. The middle notes is daffodil absolute and jasmine sambac. And then the base notes is sesame oil, sandalwood, New Caledonia, and cashmere. So these are a whole bunch of scents that I'm personally not familiar with. Even the jasmine, I do love jasmine, but it says it's jasmine sambac. I don't know how much that changes the jasmine that I'm used to wearing, but there's something about this that I don't know if I'm like 100% on board with this. I did pick up the 3.3 fluid ounce bottle, so I didn't even get the small bottle. I got the big boy at $139, and I'm kind of considering taking this back. And now that I'm smelling that original one, I'm kind of, yeah, there's something about it that just is like almost funky in a way. Like, and I can see why he had the reaction that he did. I can see it because I smelled it myself, and to me, when I smelled it, I was like, damn, it didn't smell like this when I sprayed it on the tester. I didn't understand what was going on. But there's something, one of these scents, one of these notes that's in here, I'm just not a fan of. And I don't think it's the pink pepper, because I have fragrances with pink pepper in it, so I don't think that's it. But it does smell peppery. I smell that peppery note. So it's weird to me. This one, I'm still on the fence about. I don't know if this will necessarily end up and make it into my fall fragrances. I probably have a couple more weeks with this before I decide whether or not I want to take it back, switch it for the original fragrance. Not quite sure, but yeah, I wanted to share my thoughts on the Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense. Like the packaging, that was another thing. The packaging is everything, and I don't own any Marc Jacobs bottles in my fragrance collection at all, because their packaging was just, even though it's pretty to look like, I just always felt like it was more over the top. But this is a nice simplistic bottle, and then all the fluff, all the pizzazz is here on the top. So I can appreciate that. So I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna end up with the original Marc Jacobs Perfect. Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comment section. And let's go ahead and move on to my last fragrance that I've added so far for fall of 2021. Now, when they say save the best for last, that's what I figured I would do today. This is the fragrance that I've worn today to work, and I just love it. I've been loving this fragrance. Now, this one is one that I do have the original, and it's none other than My Way Intense by Giorgio Armani. I already shared with you guys my love for the Giorgio Armani My Way fragrance. Absolutely love that fragrance. Babe loves that fragrance. So when they came out with an Intense, I was all over it. Now, what I will say about this My Way Intense, first of all, I love the packaging. I love the blue bottle. Oh my gosh. Compared to the original scent where it's like a clear bottle, this, it looks like the juice is pink, the bottle is blue. I just love that you can easily differentiate from the two. Looking at the bottle, you can differentiate from the two. The smell, they smell so similar when you first open it, but the Intense definitely projects a little bit better in my opinion. And it's like a little bit, I don't want to say, it's intense. That's what an Intense version does. Like, to me, it's just a little bit deeper than an original. On first spray, they smell like pretty much dead on, just about the same. But the dry down is where this one holds something special to me. Like, I think, first of all, when I sprayed this, like, I haven't had this scent that long, and I don't know, can y'all see the juice? Y'all see where I'm at already? I'm already down here. Damn, I'm kind of catching up with the original one, and I've been wearing this like crazy. But I am a heavy sprayer, so that could be why, like, I go in, and I absolutely love this scent. Like, Giorgio Armani knows how to do these My Way scents, and I'm really excited. Like, I want to see what else they bring to us, because I really love this. So, I'm not going to read all of that they say up there, but it says this is in the floral fragrance family. The top notes is orange blossom, the middle notes is tuberose, and the base has sandalwood and vanilla. And I don't know, guys, this is just perfect. Where I feel like this one, the original My Way is very spring, summer. I feel like this one is perfect for fall, winter. So I'll be wearing this in the warmer months, and I'll definitely be wearing the Intense version during the fall months. So yeah, guys, those are the most recent fragrances that I've added to my collection for fall of 2021. Let me know if you tried any of these. Are you interested in trying any of these? Have you smelled them? Your thoughts on this Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense? Because I may just be taking this back, guys. Like, I don't play games. If I don't like it, it gotta go. Shout out to Ulta for that 30-day or whatever day return policy they have. Trust and believe. Tuesday when I go back to work, more than likely that's gonna be in my bag, and I'm gonna trade it in for the original. What I'll do is over the weekend I'll go ahead and finish up these the samples, and if I like it, then I am going to trade the Intense version for the original bottle. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let's keep this conversation going down in the comments. I want you guys to share with me some of your favorite fall fragrances. Thinking I might follow up this video with top 5 or top 10, depending on how many I get out of the stash over there. But I want to share with you guys some of my favorite fall scents. These are just the newer scents that I've added into my collection. I'll be adding into my repertoire as the fall and cooler months come. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That helps me out greatly, and I appreciate each and every one of you that takes the time out of your day to watch this video, to engage with this video. I just definitely wanted to make sure to let you guys know that I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day, for watching my video, coming over and chilling with me on the K's Ways channel. If you're new here, definitely check out some of the videos that I have on the screen for you guys, or you can go ahead and binge watch me here on this playlist. Get a feel for my channel, and if you would consider subscribing, I would love to have you. And I hope to catch each and every one of you on the next video. Until next time, y'all, stay blessed.